All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to National Relationships M3 TV News, the stream that gives you the best news. This is your boy M3, and normally I do the whole theatrics, but right now we are struggle streaming because I'm using my cell phone for the first time with the stream. So bear with me because I'm learning about all this technology on my mobile phone. But anyways, I got First Lady Tammy with me. How you doing, First Lady Tammy?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Nice to be back. New year, new everything. So I think this is gonna be nice.
Yes, yes. Oh yeah, and happy New Year's to you, Tammy, so I'm
Happy New
glad
Year to
that
you too.
we're able to stream for the new year of 2022. So
Hmm.
let's go ahead and make this happen. And then salutes to everybody on the live stream. First Lady Tammy, do you mind if you highlight some of the comments for me? Because like I said, your boy struggle streaming, you got the
Yeah,
computer.
I got you.
All right, all right, muchas gracias. I like that. Salutes to 100 watts. Came in the building. YouTube conversations. It's really his day. He looks happy. Yes, happy. Salutes to Dr. Dre. Let's see who else. Sophia. All right, now some relationships. We like it. Sugar, we got it. Okay, I like that. All right, Arshawn. What's up, Arshawn? Peace and blessings to you. Can't wait to do some collabs soon. All right. Okay, YouTube conversations. Hello to you. Okay. And then who else we have up in this chat too? Let me see.
Um,
We have
hello.
Arshawn
So,
says empty and First Lady.
oh, sorry.
Said
Let me go
hello
back.
to Tammy.
I'm just
Oh,
like
you good?
skipping through.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Arshawn says,
Empty and
"Hey,
First Lady Tammy.
Miss Hey at M3 and at First Lady Tammy, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too." And then we
Thank
got
you,
Kay
Arshawn.
Marion. She says, "Welcome everyone. You are loved and appreciated, viewers and panelists. Happy New Year. Salute to you all. Video call, virtual hug." Oh,
We got
Colin.
Colin Mitchell. My God.
What on, Colin?
Happy New Year, family. Hey, peace and blessings to you, Colin. Happy New Year's, my brother.
Awesome.
Thank you. Let's see who else. Let's see.
Sharif
Okay. And
and Kay Marion. So that's the last of the
we here in the
comments.
building, folks. All right, all right, cool, cool. We also have like a guest too. If you don't mind pulling her up, First Lady Tammy.
Absolutely.
We
That
also have
is
Queen.
right.
What's up? We got Queen 2K.
That's
What's the
right.
22?
Hey, I'm not labeled by numbers. I'm 2K. That means it's gonna go on forever. 2K, 3K,
All
4K. What you need? Happy New
right,
Year,
Queen
people.
2K. Happy New Year's to you as well. Hey, everybody, get the likes up. Yes, definitely get the likes up, everybody. And Colin says, "Hello, love you guys." Hey, we love you too, Colin.
Come on up, my
So,
guy. Colin.
so today's topic, right? Let's go to the banners. Today's topic, if I could pull it up,
Do you want me to pull it up?
sure, if you don't mind.
All right. Today's
Oh
topic
wait, I see it.
is. Oh, there we go.
Today is definitely Dre Day. Yes, today
Uh-oh.
is the good man. Well, actually, you know, back then it was already Dre Day, but you know what I mean.
Hmm.
Today we are going to be talking about and giving salutes to Mr. Dr. Dre because you know he finalized his divorce. As you can see on the thumbnail, he looks definitely happy. And he just looked like a better man at this point. Looked like he's well in peace. There's some more comments in there. Okay. Let's see. Because she says, "Welcome, Queen 2K. 100 watts.
Hello,
Salute
hello.
my brother." Okay. Glad to see everybody in the building. So yeah, for the ones who needs to catch up to speed, Dr. Dre was going through like a horrible like divorce. Even though like his wife signed a prenup back then, but it still wasn't enough for her. And so she contested. So I felt like this was like maybe like a 1 year battle, but from what I gathered, from what I understood, man, she was just serving that boy court papers. She was serving court papers while like he was in the hospital because I think he had a brain aneurysm. And then when his grandmother passed away, she served like court papers at the funeral. Ain't that crazy? So
Wow, no way.
yeah.
No way.
So, so I don't know what went wrong in that marriage, but she was out for blood. She was trying to get half of his fortune. And
Well,
Dre
it's
is
called.
worth. Hmm?
I said it's
What's that,
called
Queen?
choose wisely before you marry them. That's the problem.
Yeah.
These hoes ain't loyal. Chris Brown said it best.
You're right. For sure. And then let's see. So this is 2K. Sounds good. That name will pull us up if we're already there. Okay, that's what's up. All right. And shout outs, right? Okay, we got a new guy, Darrell Bones. It says shout outs to everyone on the stream. Knowledge and wishes we in the building. Happy New Year and subscribe. Okay.
Hello, Mr. Bones. How are you?
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna even dignify that person with a response. I'm just, I got a bone to pick with Mr. Bowens. He always be rubbing people the wrong way. Yeah.
Wow.
I've met his wife. I think she's amazing. I have to say, met his wife. She's an amazing, amazing, amazing person. So he is very blessed to have a wife like what he has. She's amazing. I just have to say that.
Well, hopefully I get to meet his wife one of these days.
Yeah. If you get blessed to meet his wife, then you are one lucky person. One lucky person.
Okay. Our son says, "Hey, Queen forever, right?"
I don't know where he would be if he didn't have her. If he did not have her, I don't even know where he would be right now. He'd probably be lost in the jungle or something.
Lost in the sauce. Okay.
When you got a good woman behind you, hey, she gets you where you need to be.
Yep, that goes for the same when you have like a good man to when you have a good man to keep you warm for the winter. Let's see. K. Mary says, "Welcome, Mr. Darrell Bowens. You have a big family. We met your kin, folks. Mr. You know, and Mr. Best in the World last year in 2021. Okay. And then he said, stop trying to put my business in the streets. Man, Tammy. Anyways, that's what I'm saying. Like, Tammy be trying to put people's business out there, man. I don't know what's wrong with them, man. But don't worry, we're going to be having like a topic soon, right, that will keep, like, most people in line real soon. And Tammy's going to change her name pretty much as well. Okay. So let's go ahead and get to the topic. Let's see if I can pull it up. All right. So in the first question, did Dr. Dre get taken? So hold on. Let's see. Oh, did Dr. Dre get taken to the cleaners by his ex-wife? Let's start off with Queen. What you think about that question?
Well, I think if they signed a prenup, I don't know how I feel about that. I think if they signed the prenup, I think they should honor the prenup. But I don't know why they are not honoring it. I don't know what happened, or if he was getting physical or violent. I don't know. So, yeah.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Tammy, what you think? Thank you.
Bless you. Okay, so the prenup protects everything you had before you got in the marriage. Am I correct?
Oh, so that question again?
So a prenup protects everything that you had before you got married.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
So really,
so because they were together for a really long time. I'm not sure how long. I know they were together for a very long time. So I don't know if the prenup wasn't being honored. Um, I don't know if prenup wasn't being honored because he's made a lot of money since they've been married.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when it comes to getting divorced, from what I hear, because I've never been divorced, you know, it's like everything is divided. So, and then I guess when you're accustomed to a certain lifestyle, you have to be able to still support that lifestyle. That's the understanding that I have. So I don't know if he got taken for the cleaners. I mean, I feel like it just depends on how much he's worth, how much money he had, because that kind of determines if he got taken to the cleaners. So if he was making a whole lot, let's say he was making billions, and all he gave her was 100,000. I mean, 100 million. Then yeah, he didn't get taken for the cleaners. But if he was getting like, if he only had 200 million, he had to pay 100 million. I mean, that's still not necessarily taken for the cleaners. Taken to the cleaners. I think it would be taken to the cleaners if she took most of what he had. But I think it was a settlement that was reached where he was okay with giving her that amount of money. So I wouldn't say he was taken to the cleaners, because whatever amount he gave her, he was either okay giving it to her, or he felt like he had to be okay because he just was ready to be done. So, and then you have to look at it like, if you look at everything as a whole, like being taken to the cleaners, if it's a better arrangement for him to be divorced than married, then he may feel like he wasn't taken to the cleaners. He may feel like he's done and he has a clear head. So it really kind of depends on what we determine as somebody being taken to the cleaners. And you can't necessarily say it's all about the money, because some people, they're willing to get divorced and all that stuff and let that money go because they have more peace of mind being divorced than they are married. So it really just kind of depends. I'd say it really kind of just depends.
Okay. Now, Arshawn in the chat says, I'm conflicted. He ain't keeping his daughter house for life, no matter how irresponsible she is. I don't mind him getting robbed. Now,
Terrible.
now,
Wait, what did that say?
say
It said
again?
that did it say he's not? So it says he's not keeping his daughter house for life, no matter how irresponsible. Wait a minute.
Remember the daughter that's homeless?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? No, you know what? No. So here's the thing with that. I'm sorry. You know, maybe I'd have to be rich to see this as something other than the fact that she was grown. And, you know, as a parent, you have a responsibility to your kids, and you didn't make sure you're doing what you can for your kids. You should not be homeless. Like, especially with having the dad that she has, living lifestyle she had, you should not be homeless. You should not be homeless. Right. I would want to know the backstory of that, as far as her being homeless and him not providing anything. Because from what I think I've heard is that he has provided with something. She just chose not to be responsible with it. So she is an adult. That's the thing, is like, it's great if parents can provide for their kids even as adults, but as an adult, you should be able to do so for yourself, so your parents don't have to continue to provide for you. So, you know, parent, like, once you turn 18, parent has no obligation to still continue to take care of you. That's not the parent's job. The parent can be there for you, support you, but provide for you when you are having multiple children. My question would be, you have multiple children, where are the dads? Why aren't the dads taking a part in their child's life? Like, there's so many questions that I would have, when it comes to that, just because it's like, his daughter, he's not taking care of her. It's not his job. And he says, the wife can get 100 million, daughter can get 1 million, but she was reasonable house. So that's the question I would have, is that before they got divorced, because my question is, how old is his daughter? And then my next question is, she has how many kids? How many dads do the kids have? Why are the dads not doing their part when it comes to these kids? why should he have to do anything for her when she is a grown adult? She has children. At what point did you decide that you were not going to do what you needed to make sure your kids were taken care of? At what point did you feel like that your kids didn't need to be taken care of by their parent? I'm sorry. I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that. So she could get $1 million. That's been her dad. So she's had millions. She's had access to
She
that.
probably already had that.
So my
She
thing
probably
is,
already had that access before. She probably blew it.
right. So that's my thing, is like, should he continue to give and give and give? I mean, but that's the thing, is that what happens is when you continue to enable somebody, they're not going to get off their ass and do anything because they don't have to. So this is the thing, like, you have it where this is the thing, that you have some women that have kids and they don't do for their kids because there's always somebody around that says, oh, I'm not doing this for her, I'm doing it for the kids. There's always going to be that person around that says, I'm doing it for the kids, I'm not doing it for the parents. So the parents, knowing that, they take advantage of things like that. So it could be a matter of, she took advantage of the fact that those are his grandkids and he's going to do for the grandkids, make sure she has. Well, you know what? No, that's not his responsibility. You are an adult. You have kids. You need to make sure you're doing what you can for those kids. Make sure those kids are taken care of, because it's not her dad's responsibility. It's her responsibility. So so my thing is, like, how are you homeless? There's no reason why you should be homeless. So, yeah. So I'm sorry. I don't see any excuse for the situation she had. I just don't see it. Maybe I'm being closed-minded on that, because I'm not famous. I don't have, millions and millions of dollars, but I'll be damn sure my daughter is not going to be homeless. She's going to have a roof over her head. My job as her parent is to make sure that's taken care of. And so I don't see how you can be a parent and be okay not making sure your kids have everything they need so they can be taken care of. I just don't see that. So.
Okay. Let me just do like an amateur fact check, right? Now, the little information that I gathered was, I think she's around in her 40s, I believe. She had 3 kids by 3 different baby daddies. That's what I gathered. And so, whatever family secret that was supposed to be kept, she threatened her father to pretty much expose him. Now, this is like during the part, the times where he's already gone through his bad marriage with his ex-wife now. But to add on into that, maybe that was like the last straw for him. Now, sources also said that he's been helping her out, but she hasn't. She just took advantage of him pretty much. And sometimes we don't know, like, if this is tough love or this is just like a parent that just getting fed up with so much disrespect. Now, at the same time, I can't defend like Dr. Dre because it seemed like he always had bad relationships with women. I don't know if it stemmed from his childhood with his mother or with whoever, but I feel like Dre does need to get that stuff together when it comes like to his household, because that's where he's taking pretty much the biggest L on that one.
Okay, so I'm looking up. So she's his eldest daughter. She's 38. She has 4 kids, and I guess he hasn't helped her in the last 18 months. So what it says she admitted that her dad has helped her in the past by paying her rent and giving her an allowance, but that ended January of 2020. So she's reached out to him, but he hasn't helped her. My thing, so you're 38 years old. You're 38 years old, and your daddy's still helping you. You know what? No, I ain't got no sympathy for her. I don't. You're 38 years old. No. Ain't no excuse. There is no excuse. You are 17 years past 21. Come on now. You're 20 years past 18. His obligation financially was at 18. That's it. That's all he had to do. He wasn't obligated to do anything else as far as take care of you financially. And you got 4 kids. That means at least one father. I say at least because they're saying there's 4 different men. What is going on there? What is no? There's. I'm sorry. No. No. Mm-mm, no. Mm-mm. Nope. No, 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 absolutely no, no, no.
You could
38
only do
years
so
old.
much as a parent.
You know what? You know what? I'm sorry. You got 4 kids. You're 38 with 4 kids.
Wait, 4 kids? I thought
What?
it was 3. Okay.
She has 4 kids.
Oh,
You're
see.
38 with 4 kids. And at what point did you decide that your kids were not your priority? But yet, so this is the thing that's funny to me. She's expect to be her dad's priority as far as making sure that her bills paid, all that kind of stuff. But yet, you can't do the same thing for your own damn kids. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. I'm sorry. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Real quick.
You expect your daddy to do that for you? You can't even do that for your own damn kids? Bye. Bye. No. No, no,
Real
no.
quick, I gotta give my quick shout outs to like all the people that still support us in the chat. Shout outs to Miss Mary. Shout outs to OG Patrice. Shout outs to Just Kaya. Yeah, and let's see who else came up in here as well too. But shouts to Red Lipstick Vibes. Shouts to everybody else that's still in the chat. We definitely appreciate your presence. That definitely for sure. And we will be opening up the stream link shortly. But first, let's go ahead and get to the number 2 question. Let me see. Tammy, if you don't mind posting the number 2 question.
Number 2 says,
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Dre have a bad reputation when it comes to women.
Yeah, I lightweight talked about it. I gave my personal opinion to it, but what you two excuse me, what you two ladies think?
I honestly don't know because I don't know about his reputation with women. I heard he's been abusive. So, I mean, that's
Shouts to
definitely
blind
not
guy, his wife,
good
his life.
that you've been abusive. I mean, that's definitely not good. But I don't know what his reputation is. I mean, he was married. So he was married this entire time. So he's not somebody who's been, married to 3 or 4 different women. He's not somebody who's been, in a relationship for 2 years and then in a relationship for 4 years and then in a relationship for 3 years. He's not somebody like that. I don't know if he's been unfaithful in the marriage that he's been in. I mean, it's a possibility in the busy season. That is a common thing that, those celebrities tend to, do things outside of marriage that they ain't got no business doing. But that's the thing is, I don't know as far as his reputation. I don't know when it comes to women what he's been doing. So I couldn't say. I couldn't really answer that question constructively. Yeah, so I couldn't tell you.
Okay. Real quick, for the ones who just entered, just to let you guys and ladies know, tonight I am struggle streaming because I am streaming using my Samsung Galaxy or Note 20 something type of cell phone. So, if you witness any lag that's coming from my end, my bad because I am on the Wi-Fi. So, but anyways, Queen, what's your thoughts on number 2?
I think he has a bad history with women. I think, didn't he date Miss Chalet and he was beating on her or something? It was in that movie Straight Outta Compton. I don't really follow Dr. Dre like that too much, but I do think he has a history of being physical with the women in his life. So, yeah. So I don't think he has a good track record. But
Yeah.
a lot of times things are overlooked because of who the people are. Look at allegedly R. Kelly. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just reading through his comments. Arshawn says he's supposedly abusive from what is it from Michelle or is it
Michelle,
pronounced Michelle A? Okay, Michelle A in the 80s to his newly divorced wife. Oh wow. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Aces was Suge Knight. Okay. Okay. And then blind guy, his wife, and their life. It shouts to them for tuning in. OG Patrice, I'm listening, edit, so mainly listening and enjoying. That's what it's all about. And just Kaya, She says, "No, it's all good. Thanks." Oh, okay. They're having a little conversation in the chat though.
Wait, so
That's what I love about beautiful street community.
wait, somebody said like it was Suge Knight. What was Suge Knight?
Abusing Michelle A.
Oh, got it.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. And then let's see. All right. Appreciate the love, people. Okay. Um, sure. I guess let's get down to the number 3 question.
Well, no, you didn't. Did you answer the question?
Yeah, I told you. Okay. Yeah, I told you. Remember, I was telling
Nobody
you
was.
about like.
I'm sorry.
Hmm?
Actually, 100 watts. They dated. She dated Dr. Dre for 6 years, and he cracked ribs and broke her nose. So
What?
he was abusing her too.
Oh, wow. Well, there you go.
All right. Yeah. Now tell me, like, well, during the number 1 question, I kind of added that Dre had bad relationships like with women. It was just kind of unknown to the extent of how he
Yeah.
was treating like some of the women that he was in a relationship with.
Okay.
We know that on the outside surface, I mean, anything could have happened. His daughter don't like him. His wife definitely like hate his guts, as you could kind of tell. She almost pretty much took him out in the cleaners. But because of the prenup that was signed, she only gets like 100 million as opposed to getting half, which would have been 500 million. Plus, he was trying to get
But
royalties.
so there's my question. Because the prenup is supposed to protect you from everything you got coming into the marriage. So
yeah, but he blew up after the marriage too.
Right. So my question is like, how much was he worth while he was married? Like I think he was worth more than $100 million because they were together for a long time.
Like I think he was close to being like a billionaire. Like actually he is a billionaire, but just right on the money on that part. So
then he
kind of close to 1 billion.
So then if we talk about financially, as far as he didn't get taken to the cleaners because she didn't even get half or even a quarter of his money. If all she got was 100 million, she didn't get that much of his money. He made out
she was well, that's why he's probably happy. Most people was like saying like, oh man, like
she's getting 100 million a year.
Oh.
Like it said with the taxes, it says that a source tells E! News that Dr. Dre agreed to pay his ex-wife 100 million, 50 million now, and 50 million a year from now.
Yeah. It's not 100 million a year. Although it's going to take a while for him to try to recover that. Yeah.
So she was stupid in my eyes. Like that's all you getting is $100 million. Yeah. He did. If we talk about money, he didn't get taken to the cleaners. He actually came out looking like smelling like a rose. Yeah.
But
right. I mean,
I will say getting 100 million for just being married, that's a lot of money. Because I don't know if she helped him with anything that he did other than just be there. And then
she was just there.
That she was stealing from him too.
Oh.
So like she was taking money out accounts and stuff as well. So
maybe his daughter should have
million, if you are smart with 100 million or 50 million, whatever, you can do some serious damage with that money.
Well, maybe his daughter should have been stealing some of his money. She wouldn't have nothing to worry about.
No, she should have just stopped talking when he asked her not to talk anymore.
There you go.
Oh, man.
I'd have been like, I'm shutting up. I ain't saying nothing. I don't know nothing. Don't take a picture of me. I'm out. Where's my allowance? Shoot.
Oh, you get, wait a minute. That's a nice play with the alternative is being unhappy.
Yeah, let's see.
What are he talking about?
100 million. Wait, hold on. And if this is 100 million, ain't chump change.
That's right.
It says he lost the fight but won the war.
He sure did.
Well, okay,
He
like
didn't lose no
I'm
fight.
not
He
trying to.
chose her. Stop making him the victim. He chose that chick. I'm quite sure there were signs of who she was before he said I do. You know what I mean? Like you can't hide it. You're out there. You have to choose wisely. Can't lay with the devil and get mad. It's like laying with a dog with fleas and get mad because you itching. You knew that dog had fleas.
Right, right. I won't put it like this because I'm not the type of dude that pocket checks or whatever. But um, I'm for sure like along with what he has to pay her that 1 million. I saw that 100 million, the 50 for I guess last year if he already paid her, and then 50 this year. I wonder how much like it costs for him like with the lawyer fees and going to all these like court dates. So I'm for sure it cost him like a good amount, but he did kind of like came out victorious because I think honestly like she got less than what he was really about to offer her. I think he was going to offer her. Well, like I said, this is an amateur fact check, but I remember at one point he was willing to pay spousal support, which I think that would have been even better than just getting like a 100 million dollar payout. And then the other one is, I think in addition to that, he was going to probably give her like at least like $1 million like a year if she had just chose wisely and just take the residual as opposed to like trying to get the whole payout. But she was greedy, you know. I guess she felt entitled because she was his wife. But the problem is, Dre was already successful even before he got married to her. It's just that during the marriage, on his own, he got more successful because of his business and his assets.
She
Yeah, yeah,
was
definitely, allegedly.
before she was married to him, she was married to um an NBA player and she worked as a lawyer. So she got to come up.
Hmm. and watch it. I don't feel sorry for men that marry crazy. You knew, stop the cap. Not her specifically. And then let's see. Armstrong says 24 years though. That's a large chunk of her life. She should be well off no matter what. 100 mil just seems too big for me because I'm broke. I mean, we
Right.
all don't have 100 mil, so but I
$100
hear
million
y'all.
seems like a lot because we ain't got it like that.
Hmm. But to him, it's just like okay, like that's like $100 or $1,000 to me, I guess.
Right.
Thank you, OG Patrice. We got the bot be gone. Let me see. That's 3 billion beat still was what I'm sorry, hold on, I'm reading it wrong. Okay, that 3 billion beat still is what really shot his asses up. Yes, definitely. And then let me see. Okay. All right, let's go ahead to like the next question. Tammy, if you don't mind highlighting that for me, please.
Oh, where'd it go? It was there. It is. Okay. So, can Dr. Dre rebound from his ex-wife, or should he just have a friend with benefits? Hmm. It's a good
Okay.
question.
I don't think he should get married again.
You
To be honest
know,
with you, for the thing waiting,
I think some people just,
you gonna,
it's interesting because, well, I mean, he could get away with plenty of friends with benefits. I mean, he guy like that. He can get away
oh
with that
yeah.
with a whole lot of friends with benefits if he really wanted to. Um, I feel like he needs to learn from this relationship before jumping into another one. But I mean, I could see him because of his status, because of the money he has. I could see him jumping from chick to chick to chick. I could see him doing that because he got it like
Hmm.
that, and the women like Dr. Dre, and they
Yeah.
gonna want to be all up in Dr. Dre's business, so he can get chick
I
to
mean,
chick.
shout out to April Jones. Yeah.
So
And then
he,
he gonna have a bunch of little chick to chick babies out there.
Mhm.
He gonna He gonna have a lot of more holes in his pocket.
Yep. So
Oh
yeah,
man,
so I
if
mean,
that happens, hopefully they come out to be sons, cause yeah, he just don't do well with women, so we don't need none of them.
mm.
He said,
He
man,
said,
let
let
me
me.
flip, let me make a flip for 100K. I'm dancing, 3 billies. I hear you.
Mhm.
Let's see, but yeah, yeah, man. Like I said, man, yeah. As far as marriage, no, that's a no go. And everybody, get the likes up as well too, though. Get the likes up.
I
Yeah.
think if he wants to get married, he should get married again. But I think he should marry someone who's on his level. Like, she was nowhere near his level, which probably why he got the prenup in the first place. But be careful, take your time, like I don't know. You can't marry someone with a condo and then take them to an island that you own. Like they got to be
Hmm.
somewhere near the island owning themselves. Like they can't be living in a two-bedroom condo and then you take them to a 50 million room mansion. That ain't gonna work. They got to meet you halfway.
Right, right.
I
I
agree with
definitely agree.
What's up,
And we have
Sheree?
Sheree B.
Sheree, we need to
Chicago in the
talk.
building.
Come through,
Chi-town.
please. Come through.
Yeah. Dre
Top
just
of the
needs up a
hour.
new album. He might be all right. She said, shouts to the panel. Shouts to you. Salute always. Um, if anybody could help me like send a link to the YouTube chat, that would be helpful. Cause and I'll say this again for the people who just came in there. This is the first time I'm streaming using my cell phone. I'm not using my mouse, so as OJ do Jackson Crime say, when you struggle streaming, you're gonna be struggle streaming, and the show must go on, right?
Right.
Uh, Tammy, are you able to copy? Oh, dang it! I think only K Marion. Hold on for a second. Let me see what I can do real quick. Hold on.
I mean, I could type it in there. Do you want me to type it in there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Actually, yeah, yeah. Try to see if you can type it in there. But see, the thing is with YouTube, if you're not a mod, you won't be able to send the stream link. So I'm trying to
Mm.
find the button where you can send it. Oh, there it is. Invite a guest. Okay. And now let me see. Post a comment. Learn as you go. Okay. Bam. I think that worked. Okay, let me see. Let's see. Sophia, what she says? Love y'all, but a close elder passed. I'm hurt. Take care though. Oh man. I'm sorry,
Sorry
dang,
to
that must have
hear
just
that.
happened. Yeah. Sophia, we want to definitely give you many blessings, prayers that will be out there, for you and the family for and everyone else as well too. So yeah, definitely we're going to be sending you some positive energy as well. So I'm sorry, my sister. And then he's oh yeah, he got the bag. What's I mean, always feelings. So anybody that want to join into the StreamYard,
Yeah,
I
I know
got the
what you
link
did.
that's posted. Okay.
Did you post
He
it?
said, "Stare to see about the." Yeah, yeah, I posted it.
Okay.
The stream link is
Oh,
right on
there
the
it was.
YouTube. So,
Okay.
and then Tammy, in order for me to make you a mod, you have to like I guess like place a. Oh, I forgot. I'm not even using my PC, so I can't make you a mod, a YouTube mod. That is. Okay. Yeah. Shouts to the people in chat giving support. Definitely keep us Sophia like in good prayers. Definitely, please. Okay, hold on. All right. So and then we also have Uncut with Daryl Long. Peace, my brother. Thank you for joining into the live stream, and everybody else, please get the likes up as well too. And if you wish to like to donate to the live stream, feel free to donate. I mean, you know, liking and subscribing is free, but if you want to donate to like the good cause, definitely like donate to the Cash App, the Venmo, and the PayPal as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Went to Dallas, Texas for 5 days. Went to a bar, met the surrounding girl. We connected, and it went amazing. Oh, okay, Colin.
Okay. That is
Okay,
what's
Colin.
up, Colin. You know, Colin is like one of our first proud knowledge relationship graduates. You know, I could tell the story like for days, years, man. But always, man. Shout out to Colin. You always make me proud every time when I see you, man. You're leveling up and you're doing good things, man. So keep it up. Keep it up. Okay. Colin out here
Slow
making
down.
work out here
Colin, better slow down.
in the
Meeting these
streets. I'm
randoms.
telling you.
He might come home with a gift.
Yeah.
Better slow
Yeah.
down.
Right.
Better slow down.
Right. And shout outs to R. Sean. Like I just got a notification. He sent $5 to the struggle stream. Man, I definitely appreciate that. Thank you so much. And shout outs to CKQ Podcast. He said shout outs to the panel. Shout outs to you, my brother. Okay. Let me see. Shout outs to a story to tell. What's up, Jay? How you doing, my brother? He says not a gift. Yeah, man. All right. Let me go ahead and send another invitation out there. Let me see. Go to the posted comments. Bam. And then we're gonna go ahead to the next question. All right, what's the next question, Tammy?
Hold on. Did you want to do the link or no?
Well, I could let's see. You're able to like copy the link right from the StreamYard, but you're not able to like post it, unfortunately. What
Right.
you could do, you could send it to K Marion, and then she could like post it every time when it's needed.
Oh, okay.
If
Yeah.
you want to
So
do that.
should I? Okay.
Yeah.
So I can just send in a text and a message.
Yeah. You could do
Okay,
that.
I'll do that. Okay. Next question is Dr. Dre's ex-wife an example of the modern day woman? Wait, modern day Western culture woman.
Mm. Okay. What's your thoughts, ladies? Hey, what's up, 100 watts? How you doing? We got 100 watts in the building.
How y'all doing?
What up, bro? Okay, I'll give this little share. Oh, hold on for a second. We got another. Oh, am I? All right. Let me ask 100 watts, right? Maybe you could answer the number 4 question for me. What's her name? His wife's name is Nicole, right? Well, ex-wife. But do you think Nicole is an example of the modern day Western culture woman?
To keep it a bean, I really didn't follow much of what was happening between these two. Like, of course, you see like the headlines, like scrolling social media and stuff like that. But I really don't. I really just because somebody getting divorced, like I really don't think that people need to do that, right? Just because somebody getting divorced, oh, she a modern woman, she ain't gonna stick with her man. Like I really think people need to stop doing that, like throwing that on people automatically. Cause ain't no telling what kind of damage Dr. Dre was back there doing. He was probably, he could have been knocking down 304s in the house, Ain't no telling what kind of business he could have been doing. So to just automatically throw that on somebody, I don't really like that.
Yeah, she did brought that to the trial too, saying that Dre had like dozens of women that he was like sleeping with, and just doing what he was doing. And so I'm not surprised. I won't be surprised if it's true. I think what it is, like, sometimes I feel like, and this could just be maybe like the minister community. Everybody want to like kind of cheer or make their praises when they feel like a man has some type of victory over a woman, but nobody want to do the proper research or the fact checks and think more beyond that. Like, what could he have been doing to to make her to be the woman that she is today. You know what I mean? I don't think someone could be that vindictive to serve you court papers during a funeral and during like a really critical moment in your life at the hospital. So to me, that's like a lot of hatred for someone to be doing that. So
And I
you
and
know,
I agree with that, right? Because it's like
hmm
people say, oh well, he's Dr. Dre. You know how many women he can get. He can get whoever he want. Or that's Dr. Dre. He worth $1 billion. So that means that he's justified in doing bullshit. Like just because he is who he is, that makes it okay for him. Like you said, to just do stuff that is setting someone up to be vindictive. Like if you know the relationship not gonna work, y'all could have separated a whole lot more amicably than what was taking place. But it just seemed like in the little bit that I did follow between us, it did seem like it was a lot of poking the bear between both sides here. You feel me? So I'm really not mad at her at either one of them for however anything came. No, I ain't gonna say that. How she carried herself was based on how he was moving. Because, again, he's the man and the leader and all of that other stuff. So if you're leading this, you are the cause a high percentage of the time of her acting the way she acting. So, and to answer your question, no, I don't think she was a modern woman.
okay, yeah, now these days, like I can't even give nobody a clear answer of what I really view a modern woman and a traditional woman at this point, because I feel like people are going to be people. No traditional woman is ever going to be perfect, and no modern woman is going to be like, what's a better way for me to put it? Like, they're not always like, I gotta be careful with my words for sure. I just say like, as modern women to me, you know, like they're not always that bad. You know, it's just the way how you carry yourself by the end of the day. That's how I'm just going to put it. And definitely give support. Follow. One should watch this YouTube channel, Finesse Visions. So
Appreciate
take the
that.
time, click the link, and give them a subscribe. And quantum love. Good evening, my sister. How you doing? And then let's see, Arsha and Shireen.
Don't you Patrice have her own station?
No. Okay, and there's something else. All right, for the ones who just came up there, definitely get the likes up. You know, subscribe to Knowledge and Relationships on YouTube if you're new, and definitely support everybody else's channels as well too. All right, um, Queen and Tammy, did I get to you yet?
No. Queen, do you want to go ahead and answer the question? I can go after you.
I don't think so. I don't
Okay, no
think
problem.
so. I just think she's a woman who stayed in a relationship and was allegedly getting abused and got some money at the end.
Right.
I'm trying to think. Let me think. So the modern day Western culture woman. So what would be the definition of the modern day Western culture woman? I mean, in a way, I could say if the modern day Western culture woman is a woman who stays in a relationship too long, then I could say yes. If things were going like that way for a very long time, then I'd say yes. But I really need to know what is it meant by that? Like what is considered a modern day Western culture woman? That would be the question I would have in order for me to make that true, honest determination about that. So I don't know. I can't necessarily say. It's hard to say. But there's a lot of women that will stay in a relationship when they know things are not good. They know that he's cheating and all these kind of other things. They stay in that relationship even when they know things are not going right. They stay there anyway because financially they can't go anywhere else because you're used to a certain type of lifestyle and you don't want to give that lifestyle up. So a lot of women do that. So I mean, if that's what we mean by the modern day Western culture woman, then I'd say yeah, she is. If that's what was going on, that there's all these other things because that's what we heard. Then yeah, she's doing what a lot of women do, is that they stay longer than they need to when they know they need to leave. But when you are used to a certain lifestyle, you're used to having certain things and living a certain kind of way, it's hard for you to just get up and walk away from that. It's hard for you to do that. So yeah, so like I said, if that's what we mean when we say that, then I could say yes. But it's just kind of hard to what we mean. It's kind of hard to say. So yeah. So that's the thing. I
Okay.
have to know a little bit more about what does it mean to be the modern day Western culture woman. What exactly is that definition in order for me to say more than what I just said?
Okay. Thank you, First Lady Tammy.
So
We also have Mr. O in the building. Salutes to Mr. O. What's up, my brother? How are you?
What's going on? What's going on? I'm here.
Okay. That's
You
what's up.
backstage?
Mr. O,
Oh man,
have you
trying to get Hef up
oh,
here.
okay, no okay. What's up, Health? How you doing? Big Health in the building.
There you go. Bye.
All right. This is gonna be good. So let me ask you guys this. Are you guys familiar with Dr. Dre and his wife? Excuse me.
Yeah, I know who Dr. Dre is, and I see the public divorce that he's going through with all that money he got.
Right. Um
Hmm.
yeah, yeah, I mean, pretty much to catch people up to speed, I mean basically the divorce has been finalized and Dr. Dre's been ordered to pay like his ex-wife um $100 million as opposed to giving her the entire half, which would have been 500 million. And
Yeah.
so I think he already paid her like 50 million private up front, and then later's gonna pay her like the last like 50 million. But and he'll be able to keep like all his houses, his assets like the Beats by Dre and all that, his Apple stocks and everything else that she was going after. Now originally he was um he was gonna give her, I think, at least pay her for like spousal support, and allegedly somebody sources said that he was gonna also give her at least $1 million every year. But because of the whole court battles and she served him papers when he was in the hospital, served him papers when he was in the funeral. It was just very messy. Ultimately, the judge made his or her final decision, um, and now Dre gets to pay her like far less than what was expected. I mean, she still get the 100 million like payout, but to me, in my opinion, she would have been better off like getting the residual money. That's what I think.
I think she earned it. It's her money. She was there during that relation. See, like I think we are in our communities, we're the only ones that really like talk about these things. Cause when Jeff Bezos went through his thing, ain't nobody say nothing. Like he just cut the check and he keep moving. Most people in those higher end lifestyles, they don't really complain about the divorce. I ain't really hear Michael Jordan do too much flinching either. They got the opportunity to make all that back and more when they done. So the numbers might sound big to us, but it was in play. And I think it's percentage wise, she didn't get as much as she could have, but she definitely got enough to take care of herself for the rest of her life. Anything other than that would have just been spiteful. But with the the serving the papers at the funeral and all that, I don't think that was her. I think that's the proxy server. He there was a guy that I heard him talk about. He used to do that for a living, and that was his decision on how he rolled up on people, and he didn't care because he was just trying to get paid. I don't think she walked up with the papers. I think somebody was sent. and this is how he was able to figure out where he was because it was a public thing. So I think she's getting a bad rap because they don't want to be together no more. And maybe she's upset about it or whatever, but Dr. Dre gonna be fine and she gonna be all right. But right now it's coming off a little spiteful, but I don't even think she's as evil as we trying to paint her out to be. I don't know if you guys
Are
are.
we allowed to feel bad for somebody who getting 100 million?
100 million is a lot of money, man.
100 million. I don't think nobody who is worth 100 million deserves any remorse, any pity. She's straight.
I mean, he got $1 billion, so to give her 100 million is.
I mean, she ain't behind no Beats by Dre deal. She ain't help him do no Chronic albums.
She didn't, but the way marriage is structured, man, that seems right in pocket. That's when
Man,
you sign up for that when you get married.
She better take this 100 million and kick rocks until she
She's
fall off
taking
a
it
cliff.
and she's picking up her rock where she go. I don't think she's crying about it at all.
The average person that's leaving with half is leaving with 50,000, 100,000, 300,000.
I think we complain about it as a society more than she is. I think she's straight.
And Dr. Dre, I think, got $3 billion for the Beats deal.
Yeah,
that's
enough right there.
Hold on, everybody. I'm here. Yeah. Mr. O. Big up, what's good, baby?
M3, mute his mic, please.
Lady Tammy. What's going on? Don't mute nothing. All right, all right. You ain't queen. Now listen. Let me answer this question real quick. All right. I'm gonna tell you the difference between a modern day woman and a traditional woman. All right, it's very easy. Okay. Modern day women, most of the time, most of them, they don't want to listen. They don't think they need a man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? They're very just stubborn in their ways. You know what I mean? They got the Crayola crayons up in their hair. You know what I mean? They be texting all disrespectful stuff to the elders and all that. You know what I mean? I may have to see a couple of them real soon if y'all keep playing with my family name. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And you know what I'm saying? Let me chill. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But with that being said, at the end of the day, a lot of times these modern day women, man, they'll sabotage your family, your friends, and everything else. You know what I mean? Just for the pursuit of their alleged happiness. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what they want. A lot of times they don't know what they need. You know what I mean? And they despise leadership at all costs. You know what I mean? And that's the problem. You know what I mean? They want to use a man's goods and services and his resources, but they don't want to listen to a man. And I come from the school of you take my money, you take my mouth. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna just take my money and not hear what I gotta say. That ain't gonna happen.
How many years did you put in?
So hold on, I'm almost done. You know what I mean? A traditional woman is one who's in a feminine. She's submissive. She's not trying to sabotage anything. She's not trying to do anything. She's playing her role, and she's doing what she got to do as a woman. You know what I mean? And she understands that. And she understands by her being in her feminine and her being submissive. It actually gives her power. It gives her power, and it allows her to be loved and supported and led by a man.
Okay.
I heard somebody mention abuse, and from what I know, Dre got a history of he come from the Stompaho tribe, and I think back in the day when he was with Michelle or whatever her name was, you know, they breakup was supposed to be about her getting beat on or whatever. So it probably more realistically, this is somebody who handles his emotions and his anger in a particular way. Nevertheless, it's a lot of fighters in the world who ain't walking away from their career with 100 million. So she got a good deal.
For sure.
Man, I guess it was worth it, huh? Take a little elbow smash, get 100 million. Man, that but true.
You said you come from the class of you take my money, you take my mouth.
Yes, sir.
You still stand on that today?
Oh, most indeed. If you're gonna take my money, I'm gonna definitely have something to say. Yeah.
I mean, the context around that definitely matters. I when you say that, I guess it's just my brain, but I automatically go to the extreme of, nah, she take my money, she gonna have to listen to me call her a nappy headed hoe. Like, it just, I know I went to the extreme. It just, I don't know, man. Just because you payrolling something don't mean that it's okay for you to act a certain way. Like, that's still your partner. That woman is still your partner. You have to maximize her abilities, and the best way to do that is to not be talking crazy to the shorty that you with. But that's just me.
No, I get what you're saying, bro. But here's the thing. You know what I mean? A lot of times, you know what I mean, you do have to sometimes come off assertive. Even if you don't want to. You can try to be mild-mannered if you want, but you sometimes got to come off assertive. I'm not saying be disrespectful. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm saying a lot of times these women, they just want you to be, I guess what they call simpish or whatever they call that term. And they want you to provide them a lifestyle. They want you to provide them resources. They want you to provide them a home and everything else. And they don't want to hear anything you got to say. You know what I mean?
You ain't got to be assertive.
They just want you to shut up and not say what you have to say. You know what I mean?
You ain't got to be assertive.
And that is a problem. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? That's really what it is. Shout out to Yella. Shout out to Mrs. Mary. Shout out to K. Marion. Sean Dave. I see all y'all in the comments, man. Shout out to y'all.
I mean, there's a whole lot of speculating going on, though. So, what is reportedly the cause of the breakup?
Between the physical abuse and the 304s in the crib.
What was before the 304s?
Between the abuse and the 304s in the crib.
Well, I mean,
the primary. Of course, they're underlying and deeper and all that other stuff, but the primary is them two.
Well, that's pretty basic. That's pretty standard. You can only deal with so much. You can only play in the mud for so long before you get dirty.
Okay.
I just don't want people to think just because money show up that justifies doing craziness. That's the only thing. Just because you make $1 billion, just because you worth over $1 billion, that don't justify your craziness. Just because you a quote unquote high value man and you making $500,000 a year, don't justify your bullshit. That's right. All.
Well, one thing is,
I agree.
Being rich or under any circumstance, being violent and aggressive in a relationship shouldn't be an option. It shouldn't even be on the table. It shouldn't even be something that's considered. You should be able to take those things off the table when it comes to your loved ones. But secondly, if you agree to being with one woman and you like, this is what I signed up for, this is what I'm into, that it should be easy to invest in that one person and live a harmonious life with them. I think something that's overlooked is the fact that these guys have so many options. So when women settle down with a man who can pretty much afford any situation and predicament that he could dream of or imagine, you got to know the caliber and character of the man that you're dealing with, that he's really interested in settling down. So did this woman choose a luxurious lifestyle over all the possible riffraff, or did she, with the best of her knowledge, go into the situation thinking that he'd live up to the verbal agreements that they had?
Well, here's the thing. I'm not going to. Here's the thing, and this is what we have to understand as men, right? Most of the time, if we are going to be the leaders and the providers of the house, the main leaders and providers of the house, you know what I mean? And let's say she is working, or maybe she has a small part-time job or whatever. But if we are the central leaders and providers of the house, right? That means that most of the time we're going to be leading and providing for her. We're going to be leading and providing for the kids. We're going to have to set up structure. We have to make sure the money and the finances are correct. We have to make sure the home is protected. We got to make sure of all that. You know what I mean? We got to make sure, the kids are in line, everything. We got to make sure everything is in line. And most of the times, we usually die before they do, right? We usually, 9 times out of 10, die before they do. So I'm not going to use my money and resources. I'm not going to put my life on the line for someone who's not going to give a shit about me. I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? And that's the problem with us men. We want to be out here and be Rambo and be Mr. Nice Guy, whatever. It ain't nothing nice. Because at the end of the day, I'm putting my life on the line for you and for the kids and for your family too, who I'm not even related to.
Right.
I have no relation to these people, but I'm putting my life on the line for them. So if you want me to do all of that, then at the end of the day, you at least have to follow what I'm telling you. You got to follow my lead. I'm not going to put my life on the line for somebody who's not going to follow my lead. It's just not worth it.
I'm also curious to know if she was able to pick up on the craziness or the abuse early in the relationship and tried to stick it out because of the comfort of the lifestyle that she was living. If she leaves in the first 6 months of him bucking at her and, smacking her neck sideways because she burning the grits, like, did she just overlook those things to keep living that lifestyle? Or was she perceptive enough to know, hey, if I cut out after this first little 6 months, I probably don't get the same amount of money I'll get if I can stick around for a little while?
Hold on. Sorry, my the network keep cutting in and out, but I'm just gonna give my little 2 cents into it. I kind of understand what Mr. You know is coming from. It's like, why make an investment in someone that that don't really care about you? But then the pushback will be is that why choose someone that that don't really care about you? And at the end result, it's still kind of going to fall back into the choices that you made. Now, regards to like, why she stayed, I would, assume that it's probably because of the lifestyle. When it comes to a lifestyle, for sure for most people, you're not going to want to get out of that relationship if the lifestyle is more comfortable than the abuse part, than what comes with it. So I think that's where, you know, that's why I think people they stick into like these toxic type of relationships. You pick someone that it's like, hey, that's like maybe a trophy wife to you, and then the trophy wife picks the person because hey, he provides that certain type of lifestyle, no matter what. And then once you get to a point where it's like, okay, you think that you're comfortable enough, or you think that you have a lot of years like of marriage, then it's like, okay, you could just get your payout and you could just leave. So that's
It's
what I think. And oh, no, I'm sorry, real quick. I think First Lady Tammy she has to go. Tammy, you have to leave now.
Yeah, because tomorrow is the first day back, so I got to get in my classroom, get
Oh,
classroom ready for the kids. So yeah, vacation's over.
oh, well, that sucks for you for now. But I'll go ahead and highlight you real quick, Tammy.
What's going on? I'm the lovely First Lady Tammy. What can I say? Well, if you've been watching, you like what you watched, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thank you to everybody who's came on the panel and everybody who's tuning in. You can find me on Instagram at First Lady Tammy 916. And then I'm going to be starting my book review and book talks in the next couple of weeks. So those are going to be really, really fun. As I've said before, the first book is going to be Lies My Teacher Told Me. So if you haven't picked that up, definitely pick that book up. But yeah, I gotta go. I'm a teacher, teach special ed, love what I do, and I get to see my kids tomorrow. So that's it for me though.
Later, Tammy.
Bye.
All right, Tammy, you have a good night.
All right, bye guys.
All right.
Okay.
Let me say this too. I got to give you some pushback in 3 because a lot of times some of these guys they do get in relationships with good intentions. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And they're not aware that this woman is conspiring against them. And a lot of great
All right,
men
go
have
ahead.
been brought down. A lot of great men have been brought down by women who are conspiring against them. You've seen it through history. We've seen it in biblical proportions. We've seen it all through history. So a lot of times, just as a man, you do have to vet and watch what you're doing. But sometimes all the vetting in the world sometimes ain't gonna help you. You know what I mean? Because sometimes that woman is so much on her game. She's so focused on getting your money and resources and getting to that bag and getting the things that you have that she will do anything. And then what makes it even worse, what's going on, Sherelle? You know what I mean? What makes it worse is when she turns the kids against you too. And a lot of times they do that as well. You know what I mean? And I'm not condoning any abuse of anybody, whether it's a man or a woman. So physical abuse, verbal abuse, emotional abuse is definitely not okay on any part. But I'm just making an examples of how a lot of times, you know what I mean, these women, you know, some of them are really taking advantage of men who have great intentions. You know, and unfortunately, with Dr. Dre's track record, he doesn't have the best track record, so it's hard to feel sorry for him in this case because his track record is trash, straight up.
Well, the thing that's getting my attention, the older that I get, is like obviously I said these guys have so many options when they live in the way that they do. How is it that you understand that you have the world in your hands and you can play the game your way and you try to settle down knowing that you still are out here, twisting your neck every time you see something that look good? If it was just a matter of her not working out and him not being eye to eye with her, there would have been a mistress, somebody he was dating. But I'm hearing 304 plural, 304s. Like he was living it up. He was wilding with it. Um, the little babies that's getting caught up cheating and doing all this. Like you're a millionaire having your way out here. Why even play that game with yourself knowing somebody? It's like signing up to have a parole officer when you'd have a scot-free record. Is Why would you do it?
Right, right. Mm,
But a lot of it is because of the arrogance, because you can do it. It said that allegedly that I think she tried to leave him, and in 2000 he pulled a gun on her and threatened her or something like that. So 2000, yeah. But I think it's also,
Did you say in the year 2000,
I
like
think it
20
said
years
that,
ago?
I think it said 2020 or something like
Oh,
that. But
oh wow.
my thing is that if why would you as a woman get together with someone who has a history of being a beater? You think you're going to change him? You think you're going to save him? And I think that I would look at her with a side eye as well. Like, why would you, if he has a
Mm,
history of that, why would you want, why would you want to get involved with that? You can't change a man. A man has to want to change on his own. So,
well, I think the majority of our egos allow us to believe that we're going to be so much different and better than what people had in their past that we won't go through what the people in their past went through. And I think that's the majority of everyone's ego. You can see it in the majority of posts on Facebook and Instagram. Everybody's hyping themselves up like I'm the best he ever had. I'm the best she'll ever do, and everybody has this certain confidence to themselves until you catch them 2 3 years later in the relationship and their head is hanging low and they ready to kill themselves because they can't take it no more. So I think that's just the ego thing that's going to come with most of us. But as I'm saying, as a rich person who know that you still might want to play the field, why sign up for such a situation? Because as you said, you're doing it because you can. So just like you could do that, now you're paying a person 100 million that you didn't want to give them.
mm. This reminds me of like a two-part lyric or verse. Um, he says, "What do we all adore? Something worth dying for. Nothing but pain. Stuck in this game. Something, something,
Searching
something.
for
Searching
fortune
for
and
fortune
fame.
and fame."
Yeah.
Unfortunately, people will go through the extremes just so they can attain that. Um, they'll risk their life for it, and whether it be, the whole new thing of clout. I guess that still ties in with fame, and just with money. Whatever that makes them feel comfortable in their life, they're gonna do wherever it takes. Whether they be in like in a serious toxic relationship, or they throw themselves in jail, or put themselves like at high risk. You know, when it comes to it, is whatever you value, and you're gonna do whatever that you value, whether if it takes your life away. I'm gonna get to the number 5 question. Hmm. Number 5 is, what can men learn from Dr. Dre's divorce? Word
Date
to
until
watch.
you
What you?
die.
Oh, well, what say?
Date until you die.
Date until you die. Wow.
Man,
Okay. Okay.
keep it at the dating stage. You got too much. Your money long as train smoke.
What about you, Watts? Let me get your opinion. Hmm. Oh, Watts, can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Okay. Well, I guess what?
You can
Oh,
hear
yeah,
me?
yeah, yeah. We can hear you now.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, all right. Having a mic problem. Um, what can men learn from Dr. Dre? Nothing. Ain't nothing new about his divorce that we ain't seen hundreds and thousands and millions of times before. It's
Yeah.
all the same play. It's all the same exact play.
Mm. Do you think that marriage have a benefit for men?
Um, if you do it right,
Okay. Okay.
if you do it right, and it starts with picking the right person. It starts with uh actually having the intention of being married when you get married. It starts with actually having the intention of staying married. Like if you do it right, yeah, it'll benefit everybody.
All right. That's what's up. So we got health that says like date till you die, but then watch like you still have like type a certain type of hope that as long as you do things the right way, that marriage is still like a possibility. Now, what about
Yeah.
you, Mister O?
I don't think that people in these lifestyles that we've never lived actually want the things that are important to us. I think that they know exactly what they signing up for. I think I'm trying to say and think, but I believe that that woman knew exactly who Dr. Dre was, and Dr. Dre knew exactly who she was, and they made a deal for a time period. And when that deal ended, there was an agreement to go your separate ways, and this is what you was gonna take, and this is what I was gonna take. I don't think that she heartbroken. I think she may be ashamed, embarrassed, and want more, but I think she signed up to get exactly what she got, a big payday. And I think Dr. Dre signed up to get exactly what he got, some in-house for a little particular time. Maybe there was a child involved. I don't know. But his decision making didn't get any better. Before the divorce was finalized, he was with another jump off that was publicly known for bouncing around. Marion's girlfriend. She was all in the house. Like
Yeesh.
he know what he doing. Like he got money. So like I say, these hits,
Dre hitting April.
yeah, she was all up in there. It was all over the news.
She
Wow.
ain't
Yeah,
even
he
attractive
typed that a
like
few
that.
times.
Like she
So
decent.
so it's like when these guys like Michael Jordan and Jeff Bezos and what's the Microsoft guy name? Like they just
Bill.
cut
Bill
Bill
Gates.
Bill
Gates.
Gates.
They just cut the check, man, and they keep going. They don't even
Ted
like it don't
Chat.
hit them. It don't hit them like that. Like if he got billions in the bank, is he really missing that 100 million? I mean, it's a lot of money, but it's not a lot when it's considered I get to get rid of her and get something younger in the bed, because that's pretty much all he gonna do unless he can find a better deal to get married again. He probably won't for
So
a
you
while.
saying it's like it's they playing Days of Our Lives. They live in different
Like
sagas.
it's like
Man.
it's the thing that it blows my mind that people who get prenups how in the hell are they ever thinking about forever when they thinking about a prenup before they even do the shit? Like they already are planning for this to end at some point, one time, at some point.
Yeah. In the back of their head is looming like,
Yeah,
well,
I don't think it was
maybe
ever
close to forever.
it was never traditional in the sense of average people. It was supposed to last until it didn't make sense no more.
It sounds like you saying a lot of these dudes need to start getting married on NBA contracts. Like we're gonna be married for 5 years. I give you 20 mil type shit. Like
I think a lot of rich people get married for reasons other than we can understand. I don't think they have tradition and value in minds in the way that most average people do because we got too much to lose and consider. What they lose is a drop in the bucket to them. To us, is something we probably never touch. But to them, like they're making deals.
I mean, I imagine it's hard to have a partner that's that successful and you trying to focus on your own career. At a certain point in time, that relationship is your job. So
Right.
maintaining that, being on point, keeping your body right, your look right, managing the household, whatever responsibilities you are given, you are stretching your abilities to death just to make sure you're doing whatever it is that you can do to contribute in this relationship. So definitely she probably deserves to walk away with a nice chunk. But at the end of the day, on the man side of it, from what Mr. O is saying and from what I'm feeling like, they get bored at a certain point. You can only take so many trips. You can only buy so many whips. There's only so many chains that you can own. So they can use these women as chapters of their life, and they got the money to play like that.
Right. Like you never heard nothing from Jeff Bezos. I never heard him do an interview. I never heard his wife say nothing. Nobody ever covered it. He just cut the check and got the next and kept it moving. And that's what they do in that lifestyle. These rich men that work in these buildings right now, that they do that. That's what they do. When it don't make sense for them no more, like you gotta imagine, like when he met her, he didn't think he was gonna be worth this much, but he definitely knew he was Dr. Dre, and she definitely knew who that was. So that was the deal. You're gonna come in and be pretty. You're gonna cook. You're not gonna really want to do too much because I got that covered. How you look trying to work on your career when your man worth $1 billion? Clearly, he's the one that's gonna be the provider. So you need to support the business. And once she was in a position where she wasn't supporting the business the way that he needed her to, he swapped her out to get a better deal. What is this gonna cost me? Minimize the risk. I got a prenup. That should help. Didn't think I was gonna have billions, but hey, give her something to get done with it. And she getting on my nerves, so I don't really want to give her nothing. But is this the least I can get away with? Cool, cut it. I'm gone.
And are we to believe that she was in a 24-year boxing match? They was married for 24 years. She was fighting round for round. You know what? She
Possibly
might
so.
need a little more than
If
100.
we know what his past is and what he's like, damn sure she know.
If she was boxing for 24 years, she's a bad mother. I don't think
what-
Ali career is that long.
I got a question.
We're gonna
How
quote
long was
Kanye
Ali
real
career?
no,
His
like that was
career
a
wasn't
choice.
24 years.
I got a question real quick for Hef. Hef, I got a question. And this is
Yeah.
going to lead to our next question, all right? So, from what I'm gathering from what you said from your last statement, do you believe in the institution of marriage or you really don't?
Oh no, I ain't for these human constructs. I'm finding my own way, man. I'm on an adventure. I'm exploring. I'm living. Yeah, y'all men and created so much mumbo jumbo. They got people praying to fat little Buddhas and white men hanging on crosses and fat Santas with beards, and these people will
so
occupy
crazy.
your whole life with made up stuff. Like, let me make up my own stuff.
You look at the calendar, man. Your money already spent for you. The government know how to give you just enough and know how much they getting right back out of you, just on how they structure everything. And you're gonna. The whole reason why my brain is called just living, because I refuse to live the way somebody else tell me to live. Live life on your own terms. You can really create your own reality if you work hard enough. You don't have to feel forced to fight traffic at 5:30 in the morning and give your money away to all these colleges and Christmases and churches and holidays and all these women who feel entitled. Like, do what you want to do with your life.
Letting tradition ruin your life.
Like, oh, I gotta spend it. I got it, man. You don't gotta do nothing.
Okay. All right, guys. So number 6. Okay, so this is number 6, right? There's a situation when Dr. Dre and his wife show modern marriage doesn't work here in America. So we're gonna start with Hef, then we go to O, then we go to 100 Watts, then Queen, then me, and then M3 will take it away. So go ahead, Hef.
Marriage is going to be perfect for anybody that wants it. Anybody mentally committed to the institution of marriage is going to have the time of their life. They're going to have a ball together because it's what they want. It's like we all know the process to getting up in the morning to successfully brush your teeth. We set our mind to it. We sit up in the bed. We kick our feet off the side of the bed. We stand up. We walk to the bathroom, pick up the toothbrush, put your toothpaste on it, wet it, and go to work. There's nobody confused about that process. You can't tell me the other processes in life aren't as simple. They're not that simple because you're not allowing them to be simple. And we as people, we as humans look at the other side of the field and say the grass looks greener over there. I want that. Let me have that. Let me try that. Meanwhile, we're not taking the time to smell our own roses, not knowing that we're already living in bliss on our own terms. And that's what you need to invest in. So the people that I know that are happily married is because they're interested in putting that work in for a happy marriage. The people that are miserable, y'all wasn't never meant to do that in the first place. Y'all was faking and flogging, and now y'all done created an unnecessary predicament and drama to deal with.
See, if you want to be married, you will be married beyond the definition of what it means today. You will find you a woman and y'all will make y'all deal and thug it out every day on your own terms. When you get these contracts involved with the state, you give up the right to make your own decisions in your own household. And now you live in a time where it could be no reason, no fault, whatever. She could just say, I don't like them shoes you brought today because I like them other kinds, so I'm gonna take half your shit. And you can't do nothing about it. That's like giving up your power. That ain't two people that just want to be together because they need each other every day to get through life and they want to make a deal. This is two people that's trying to get something from one another and see who wins. It's like a competition. It no longer becomes pure anymore when you sign a contract with the white folks. Unless there's another country where the black folks own it. This state is run by white people. And you put child support and the courts all in your business, you're going to lose every time. It ain't even set up for the man to win.
Take your
The
bone.
man is being bent
Take
over.
your bone.
Are you talking to dog?
Oh, I thought I had to.
No. But that's how I feel about it, man. It's a contract with the state. You relinquishing power within your own household. And you pretty much gender swapping the roles. You giving her way too much power.
100 Watts, how you feel, bro?
That gender swapping the roles, he just killed me with that. I gotta process that one.
But you got more power than you in your own house.
But I don't disagree with what they said so far. Like, honestly, like, look, if you gonna do it, then do it. The problem is saying this gonna be my wife or she's my everything, but you lying, you slipping and sliding when you telling all your friends or you telling all your family members that this is the one for you and all that. If you really gonna make the commitment, man, then make the commitment and do it, because it's easy for, I feel like it's easy for men, like we throw ourselves into our careers or finding our purpose or being a father and all this other kind of stuff. But I just feel like that's the one part where a lot of dudes just try and find the easy way out, man. It's just, if you gonna be married, do it. We all know that being married, it takes as Hef would say, it's work. He ain't trying to work for none of that. You know what I'm saying? It take work for that to be able to be successful. And everybody's not built for that. And if you're not built for that, stop lying and saying you are. That's it. Stop lying and saying you are when you know you really not.
Yeah, because I ain't doing no work. I ain't twisting a tool.
Not
I ain't putting a
A1.
tire
Not a
on.
one.
It's somebody who get paid to do those things. The
Damn
economy
right.
would crumble if we stop patronizing other people's services. So don't call me for nothing that involve work.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. My
Hold
nails
on,
stay like this.
I got some follow-up questions for you, brothers. But hold on, I gotta get the queen. Queen, what do you think about number 6?
I think it works if you want it to work, and it works if it's for you. Simple. That's not what you want, then be honest with the person you with, and don't be deceiving people out here, dating them and making them feel like, oh, your relationship's going to a next level when it's staying on level 1. Because there's nothing other than dating. So just be honest, do you, and keep it pushing. But Dr. Dre does not by any means determine how my marriage is gonna go. Don't nobody got that much influence on me.
Like, if it's really real, do you really need to get the state involved in it? For things like, okay, if she doesn't work, I guess you have to be married in order to put money into her Roth IRA, maybe. But I think there's other ways to do it. There's definitely other ways to leave your assets behind other than signing that contract as well. But those just seem like some of the benefits to being married, long as nothing go wrong. But
Well, I mean, it's
at
it's
the
up
end
to
of the
you and
day,
Start a
what you
will.
believe in.
when you have a disagreement in your home, y'all should be able to fix that and say, well, we can't come to agreement. We're gonna let the state decide for us. To me, it wasn't never genuine. If y'all gonna allow that to come into the mix,
Huh?
I cannot get over the fact of having somebody else involved in my relationship. The
But what
state.
about the? But
Well,
what about
somebody's involved in my education. Somebody's involved in my job. Somebody's involved. I mean, that's just
It's not
life.
the same.
If I want to get a degree, somebody got to tell me I'm certified.
It's what
Somebody
you
got to
White
wanted.
give
people
me a
would
piece of
call that
paper.
miseducation.
Well,
That's-
it's up to you, but you can't get a job in certain areas without being miseducated if you're going to say that. But
Well,
I think it's
when
all
you
about what you want. I don't see it as someone's involved. I think it's something that me and that person I'm with have decided that's what we're going to do for us. And I don't think it's good, bad, indifferent. If you don't agree with it, and that's how you want to fly, that's how you want to fly. But I don't think questioning what someone else wants to do, that's what they want to do.
No,
So, I
we
mean, you
definitely
don't have
said
to
it is your
understand it.
choice. We definitely said that from the beginning.
But I mean, you
My,
don't have to understand it.
I don't.
That's the beauty of it.
Why I was being facetious when I said that because it's really nothing to understand when it comes to me. Like your analogies are like you're trying to play them to work for you. If I want to be a doctor, I gotta go get a degree. I can't do it no other way. But I don't have to get a degree and go spend my money over here, just like I don't have to buy toys for Christmas. You don't have to do none of this stuff. But if you want to do certain things in life, like if my girl who's going to be my wife doesn't have a job, then for her to get health insurance, I would have to marry her in order to put her on there. But if that's not something that I'm focused on as a necessity, then I don't have to get these entities involved in my relationship. And I
And
can look at that and say, that's not for me. And it really doesn't make sense. But if you want to do this, then you need to know what you're signing up for. You are literally signing up not only to be with that person, but having a third party included in making decisions for your life. And it really benefits the woman, which is why y'all not gonna argue it, because the men lose rights. Women have everything to gain. Men
That's not always
lose.
true. That's not always true.
What in a
That's not
marriage does
always
a man
true.
gain that, like a woman? Women, you get
Halle
You
half.
get
Berry's
that big,
husband,
beautiful wedding reception that
Man,
you go spend all your
but
money on. That's gonna
depends.
make
first
you
of
It
all,
happy.
depends on.
that ring was not free. That's a down payment on a car or a house he put in. Y'all ain't stop
What do you
acting like
mean
these
they buy you
rings
that
come out of
nice
Cracker Jack
little
box.
solid
This man
gold
then put
band
3
to put
months of
around your
his
finger?
pay on the line to put it on your finger,
They
and
took
you
the
just
But
time
that's
to
acting like you
pick out a little
also.
deserve it.
solid
That's
gold
a
But
band.
that's
down
not.
payment. So he loses
But
there.
this is
Then
the thing. This is the thing.
he's been
All
losing.
women don't think like that.
What
All
do you
women
mean?
don't want. Hold on, listen. I'm talking. All women don't want a 4-month car payment or house payment on their finger because they don't value that. That's not important. The union and what they're doing together. Some men are involved in the marriage. Some men do like the celebration and the day. So I think it depends on who you get. It depends on what you do.
We could throw a party for free. We don't got to get the state and
Well, that's
sign these
on you.
contracts.
That's on you. But for me,
Do
I
you
wanted to
know
be
what
married,
the
and the
power in
person I
signing
wanted
that
to be with
contract
wanted to be
and
married.
getting
That's
it
it.
stamped and
It don't
sending it
even
off
matter
to
who
the
it
state?
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. 100 Watts, you had a question. I know you did, bro. But before you ask your question, I just want to answer number 6 real quick. I think that, and I have a question too, real quick before we close out. I think it kind of does show that a little bit because I think that kind of how Hef was saying, we believe in all these things that sometimes may not even be real. But we've adopted a lot of things within our ethos, or even within our culture as people of color, you know what I mean, or just people, period. So I think that when it comes to the institution of marriage, a lot of these things are things that we've adopted, right? Now, that's not meaning that it cannot work. It can. It definitely can work. So I agree with what O was saying, where it can work. I think O has for both saying that it could work if they want it to work. But I think that the problem is the fact that you know, I think the problem is that a lot of times we don't really understand the whole construct of marriage because one, we didn't design that. It was something that was designed and given to us. And two, I think I think with marriage, I think because in our culture we probably, and even through history, there was never really in history where somebody was just with one person alone. You know what I mean? America is the only place that really kind of adopted that. But I believe that it can work though, you know, if you really want it to work. I'm gonna just read Arshawn Dave's comment real quick. It said to answer 6, the marriage worked. They were together, got the benefits of the marriage, protection and divorce. The relationship failed, and that's what's not working. Modern relationships. Ooh. Okay. Thank you, Arshawn.
It
You know
worked
what I mean?
and it failed.
Say it again.
It worked and it failed. So I guess he's saying it worked for a time period.
Yeah, it worked for a time, and then the relationship failed. I guess it worked out for what it needed to work out for. 100 Watts, you got a question, then I got a question. But ask your question. Go ahead, bro.
So the contract. I understand what you're talking about when you say that, Mr. O. But what about, because a lot of people live in common law states, so the state at some point is going to get involved if y'all together long enough. So your response to that is what?
So like the common law thing, yeah, that's one thing that I guess that could be equated into the decisions that were made in your house, but it had to go so far out of line for it to do. That's like the police. I mean, even if I'm not married, I still got the police that's gonna come to my house if she call. But with a marriage, like there are definite things that you don't get to make decisions on anymore. With that common law thing, this is it, if it comes down to it, and there's no other solution, and these are special cases. This isn't like across the board for every couple that lives together. This is special cases, and a lot of things that go into it based on what state you live in, how long you live together with this person, what y'all have invested together, is there a child involved? Like a lot of these things have to do with the common law, and this is just to, as a citizen, to have some type of security so we ain't living in total chaos. But there's no literal contract on the line that I have to abide by and go see a judge in order to split up and then take half my stuff and really lose a lot of my privileges, giving half my stuff away for my time.
So, so what about the contract? Really, even at its simplest form, what if the contract is actually a man walking up and saying, I'm willing to make this commitment. Like it's just a form of him saying, I make this commitment here. This is what I'm gonna do to show you I'm making this commitment to you,
Right.
to me, to our family, and what we build.
A lot of people gonna say that's what the ring is, but that's just the jury, and that's just what the world did to sell product, like selling a lot of product to you. But at the end of the day, I can make an agree with my woman. We can sit down here and write out the goals for our life and get it notarized. Like this, it's the same thing, but I don't. It can be verbal even, but I think it's more about the action, man. How we govern our relationship. It doesn't have to be something in black and white for it to be real.
When I was talking about marriage with Anton, he jumped down my throat talking about tax deductions and all of
Right.
these other situations, and I was like, I ain't trying to step on your dreams and your goals, brother. You know, if you like it, you like it. You know, hey, it's just my opinion. Don't kill me. But society only works because of the agreements that we've made. There's only one reason that every car on the road in the morning on the way to work ain't crashing into each other, because most people are following the agreement. There's rules, regulations to driving, and you follow those rules, and everything tends to work out. A marriage is going to be the same way. A college degree is going to be the same way, but not everybody who follows the agreement gets that college degree and gets the job that they got that college degree for. Likewise, there are people who make that agreement and they get involved with a partner who don't necessarily know how to live up to everything that was agreed upon. So society would crumble if we didn't have these agreements, and the ones that make sense are typically the most basic ones and can be some of the most valuable ones. And then we go complicating our lives with things that we don't fully understand and or even want.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you just
Boom.
took, if you
Hold on,
just
hold on. Hef just did something perfect for me. Thank you, Hef. I love you, brother. Thank you. He walked right into my question. He walked right into my trap. Yes. All right, perfect. All right, he set the scene. We got it. Okay. All y'all afraid of commitment. Is that really the issue? Are you afraid of commitment? You know what I'm saying?
oh,
Is that part of it? Anybody
I
can
have
answer that.
I have a stronger commitment than most married people do. I'm way more committed and I'm way more honest and loyal than a lot of these marriages would ever be considered. If you take the no fault part away from this modern marriage, instantly, when, people gonna have to check themselves in their marriage, because you're gonna have to really prove why. You're gonna have to really make some effort. You're gonna spend a lot of money. It used to cost a whole lot of money to get divorced, and you had to really prove it. And there's Muslims still to this day that can't just get divorced because they want to. They gotta come before the church, well, whatever they call it. But no, he's talking about ask your question again.
I'm asking, are y'all afraid of commitment?
The commitment thing, I couldn't get the word out
Yeah.
of my mouth. The commitment thing.
Yeah.
No, it ain't about that. It's about losing my power in my relationship. A woman could literally just leave you for no reason now. And you literally doing
Mm,
everything that y'all agreed on. She don't have to have a reason no more. She could just walk out and take half your
wow.
stuff with her.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Does anybody else want to answer that question?
Why
Are you
I
afraid of
why
mean,
commitment?
why are you just focused on the women? Because the men could do the same thing. If you don't want a threesome, I'm out. If you don't want to do this, I'm out. So
Yeah,
it's not
but
just the
you
woman,
don't have
it's
to give
both.
me half of your stuff if I leave. You get half of mine,
If you
and you
are
got a
not
ring,
making what
and
I
you got
make,
all these other privileges. You got my
I do have
protection.
to give you half. If you're not making what I make, there are a lot of women who are married to men who don't make as much as they do. There are plenty of men. It's the same thing.
yeah.
So it's not about a woman coming up or a man being an underdog. It's about that relationship. It's not. I hate it when people just say, oh, the women always come up. It's not always true. There are a
Well,
lot of women who make a lot more than the men they marry.
everything that I'm
When
saying is
it
gender
happens,
neutral.
they get money. So it's not about the woman. It's about both parties, and it's about deciding whether you want to be with that person or whether you want to walk away. And it's not easy to walk away from a marriage or any relationship unless you were already walking away in the beginning. If you're committed to someone, it's not easy just to say, oh, F you, I'm done. It's never easy, whether you got a ring, whether you got a contract, or whether you don't. So it's about people being willing to work things out.
Why is it
That's
in the
the problem. That's
why is
the
it in
problem, whether
the
you're married or dating.
Hold on, Queen. Oh, hold on. I want y'all to have that exchange, but hold on. That's what we was gonna say. Because I want to get 100 watts take on this. Go ahead.
I would just go say that everything that I'm saying is gender neutral. I'm not targeting any gender in the examples that I'm giving. And I think sometimes people are using committed and loyalty in instead of stupidity or foolishness. If somebody sits down with you and writes up a contract to do a certain thing and they're not um living up to what that contract said and stood for, then you the fool for sticking with that situation. If you pay a contractor to fix your roof, and by the end of the term of that contract, you got less house than the roof you was missing, you're not gonna want to still pay them because you was committed to that contract. That's just foolish. So a relationship is gonna work the exact same way. If a person is not doing what they agreed to do, then it's foolish to say that I'm just gonna stick around because of commitment.
Okay.
we are sitting here, we're talking
100
about
watts.
Dre.
Hold on. 100 watts. I know you did, brother. What do you have to say about either my question of being about being afraid of commitment, or if you want to just comment on anything that was said just now? What is your take on this, brother? And then we can get back to
So my thing on commitment, um, in terms of the societal idea of what commitment is, I'm not gonna say I'm afraid of it. I just, at this point in my life, find it hard to find someone worth the commitment, if that makes sense. Right? Finding somebody that I'm willing to give certain attributes of myself to is fine. At this point, it's hard for me to find that because to speak personally, right? Them been through that. All right, well, she might not be perfect, but I'm gonna just see if it's gonna work out. Yeah, no, I'm done with all that. That's no, we all the way cool on that, right? Because I did the work. I did the work for me to be where I am, right? In terms of my mental health, in terms of educating myself, to live in my purpose, in terms of training myself to be able to protect my family, right? There are certain things I did to make myself as good of a partner for a woman, right? It's hard for me to find someone that's worth me giving that same kind of energy back to. So not afraid of it. It's just hard to find somebody worth it.
We are sitting here having a conversation where the topic is about Dre losing a lot of money. Like we always talk about these men losing a lot of money in these divorces. More than not, these is the men losing. I don't, maybe it's out there that these women are out here are making more money on their job than their husbands making on their job, and when they divorce, they got to pay their husbands. Maybe
that old
exists.
Kevin Federline, baby.
I guess, yeah, it does exist. We can't say everything's absolute, but we are always talking about what these men who were supposed to go out and be the provider, and the protector. Not saying that this is a slight on our responsibility, but it is. I'm protecting you through our marriage, and I'm providing for you through our marriage. And if you don't like the way I do it one day, you don't have to have a reason to leave. This is what women are doing more than not. The numbers show that women are leaving by the droves, leaving men and taking not only half their stuff, but their kids as well. In Africa, the kids stay with the daddy. Over here, I got to lose my kids because you don't like something I did and have my stuff.
I mean, listen to
not
any
a good
90s
deal.
R&B song.
It's not a good deal, man. But it could work for two people who really want it. But I don't think that they have to get the state involved to do it.
Okay, everybody, we're gonna close out. Queen, did you have any closing arguments? Anybody with the closing arguments? I'm gonna state them right now. Queen.
No, I ain't got nothing to say.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna highlight everybody. I'm gonna start out with the homie Big O.
What's going
You know
on?
what I mean?
Mr. Best in the World, I appreciate you and them three having us up here again. Y'all go check out Players Perspective and check out my content on my channel. Mr. O is Just Living. I dropped a monologue today about the art of communication. Y'all can check that one out, man. Just something I put together. And then I also dropped some gems yesterday, man, with the guy Love Crossings. I edited that one. And some free YouTube game for everybody to go check out over there, man. But support what me and Hef got going on, man. We got big things coming this year and some cool little interviews with some of our close friends. And I'm Mr. O. I'm just living. You did.
And we got my man Big Hef. What's going on?
Hey. House of Hustle Hef here, signing out. I appreciate the opportunity to be on a panel with such great people and great minds and opinions. And I welcome the invitation anytime y'all give it to me and extend it to me. I'm gonna show up. I love what y'all got going on. 3 Watts, my guy, Mr. Best. It's all love. I appreciate it. And I look forward to dropping jewels and gems on y'all next time.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Got my man 100 watts. Sometimes we call him 1,000 watts so to keep it so official. They added an extra 0 because he's so official. What's good, baby?
Oh man, what's happening? What it is? I go by the name of 100 Watts, and I love those that love me. Look, I'm gonna say this first. Shout out to Mr. Best in the World, man, because like Hef just said, it don't matter if I hop on a panel or not. Each and every time they go live, he hitting me in the backspace. Like, yo, here's a StreamYard. Hop on if you feel free, right? So shout out to him for that because he always consistent with that. Y'all see it right down here at the bottom, man. Finesse Visions. I need y'all to go to YouTube, search Finesse Visions, tap the bell, right? When you hit the bell, make sure you hit all so you get the notifications whenever we going live or dropping videos. Okay, I got a video, a live coming tomorrow night. I'm about to start a financial series. Tomorrow, I got my man Prince coming on. We're talking about him starting his own clothing line. I have a video I'm putting together about fixing your credit, understanding how to read a credit report. We're gonna start talking about how to register for Look, I got a whole financial series I'm about to get into. So y'all make sure y'all lock in, plug in, because we can talk love and relationships all day. But the one thing we tell the men is make sure you get to your purpose, get to the bag. We say that all the time, but don't never tell you how to do it. So we're gonna break that game down, man. One more time, I love those that love me. Y'all stay beautiful, man.
Thank you, 100 Watts. Thank you, Queen. What's going on? Queen forever.
Hey, you can reach me on Knowledge and Relationships platform. You can find me on Instagram, Queen Forever 2K. 2K, no longer 21, but 2K. And you can look out for me. I got some great collaborations coming up this year. I can't wait to spit my spit and talk my talk. Have a good night.
So, Sean Dave has a question for you.
Yeah. I subbed to Mr. O, to Fitness Mr. O, now Big Health. But where's the Player's Perspective? On my channel, Mr. O is Just Living. I got a show that Hef and I co-host together. It's on my
just
channel.
the name of the show. So if you subscribe to Mr. O, you will definitely catch the show.
For sure. Mr. O is Just Living.
Man, thank y'all for rocking with us. Thank y'all for supporting us, man. Thank you for joining the Knowledge Relationship Experience. You know what I mean? I got to thank everybody in the comments. Sean Dave, K. Marion, Darrell Bowens, Sherelle. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for everybody for coming through. 100 Watts was in the comments saying he jumped on. Thank you. Mrs. Mary, you know what I mean? Everybody that came through and supported, man. We definitely appreciate all y'all. You know what I mean? CKQ podcast. Please like and subscribe to his podcast. Definitely like and subscribe to Mr. O Just Living. Also subscribe to 100 Watts Finesse Visions. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to Conversations with King. Subscribe to Uncut with Gerald Long. Subscribe to Red Lipstick Vibes. Just Kaya, Lapeef Network. Everybody, man. Chef Shapino. Subscribe to all these people, man. Definitely show them love. If I'm forgetting anybody, forgive me. It's a lot of y'all, but I got love for all y'all. So anybody I rock with, oh yeah, Uncle Stu, Bro Clarence, Auntie JP. You know what I mean? Much love to all y'all as well. Like and subscribe to their channels too. All right. And we thank everybody for jumping on tonight. Thank you, Mr. O. Thank you, Big Hef. Thank you, 100 Watts. Queen Forever. Thank you. You know what I mean? Gotta shout out my team as well. We gotta shout out Miss Petty Penny, Luann Love. I don't know where you at, Luann. You say you was coming through. I ain't see you, girl. Where you at? You know what I mean? Also shout out to Gator Girl, and also shout out to my man Atlanta Thrasher. Shout out to Brittany B and everybody else too, and the whole crew, man. Shout out to everybody. You know what I mean? And I also let me finish shout out my team. Let me shout them out real quick. Oh yeah, let me shout out Access Entertainment too. Sorry. I seen you earlier, Grizz. I seen you had a live on Instagram today. You know what I mean? I came through. I showed you some love, bro. You know what I mean? But yeah, Access Entertainment with Grizz and Pharaoh. Check them brothers out. They got a lot of great material. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Shout out to First Lady Tammy. Tammy, where you at, Tammy? Shout out to Damo, our assistant network manager. Free Damo. Damo, where you at? You know what I mean? Also, shout out to DJ Eddie King. Yes, DJ Eddie King has Knowledge in the Afternoon. He has another show that he's working on for the new year. We got a lot of great things coming up. First Lady Tammy has a book club coming up. We got a lot of beautiful things coming up, y'all. Definitely look forward to everything that we got coming. Shout out to Jessica and the Social Network. Shout out to our Sean, Dave, and Rico. They got some beautiful things coming up very soon for you guys. Check them out as well. You know what I mean? Also, shout out to the Ladies' Night. All ladies on Ladies' Night, man. Definitely check that out as well. And definitely check us out on Monday and Thursday. Right here on Knowledge and Relationships. We appreciate all y'all. And I am the network manager for Knowledge and Relationships. Catch me at MR. If you know, you know. 1984. Once again, MR. If you know, you know. 184. Much blessings. Happy New Year, y'all. Have a good night, man. M3, take it away, bro.
Thank you, my brother. So, shout outs to Mr. For holding it down for me. Like I said, when a person struggles streaming, you gotta have some extra backup. Man, you guys, I appreciate it. I want to give a shout out to Sheree B. Chicago. She was tuning in. Shout outs to OG Patrice. I want to give a shout outs to Miss Sophia, but a special prayer for her as well too. You guys can give her a moment of silence. One of her either friends or family members have just passed away, so please, man, send her some love. Like when you see her, on the chat, or if she ever joins to a panel, just give her some good wishes, man. And if we could do whatever we can to help, support her or PayPal or something, just ask her what she needs. As a community, in YouTube, we want to make sure that we spread love to everybody, even the people in the chat. So with that being said, definitely everybody for tuning in. If I haven't shout you guys out, definitely forgive me for that. But just know that you guys are and ladies are definitely loved and well blessed. So with that being said, before anybody comes up to the next live streams, make sure you guys and ladies get your minds right and stay tuned for Wednesday. We're gonna be having a conversation with Arshawn and with Rico as well too. So I'm not gonna give you everything, but we will be tuning in 7 o'clock Pacific time. So let me go ahead and read the comments, and then also too, thank you, K Marion, and also too, when this stream ends, just give us like a comment. You can say whatever, but just give us a comment after the live stream so we could build an algorithm up for YouTube. And we're gonna definitely do that for you guys as well too when you guys in your live streams as well. So that being said, we appreciate you guys. Mr. You can zoom us out and then I'll take it away and close. All right, thank you. All right, everybody, Happy New Year's. Good night, and we'll see you
Happy
guys
New
and
Year.
ladies on Wednesday. So take
Blessings
care
to
and
you
many
all.
blessings.
Happy New Year, y'all. Good night,
All right,
y'all.
Howdy.
peace.